This special presentation of the 1987 Downtown Appleton Christmas Parade is brought to you for your holiday enjoyment by the Van Zeeland Companies, the Avenue Shopping Center, AAL, which offers fraternal benefits and financial services for Lutherans, Marine Banks, your local True Value hardware stores, not just the name, it's their way of doing business, and by Cub Foods. We'll be back with Susan Finko and Jerry Burke after the following messages.
Good evening. What a beautiful night for a parade. We'd like to welcome you to the 17th Annual Downtown Appleton Christmas Parade. I'm Susan Finko.
And I'm Jerry Burke. Welcome. Beautiful night, Susan. I think this is the best weather we've ever had.
I can't ever remember it being this nice, Jerry.
Usually we're up on the eternal draft up here on the marquee of things, but tonight it's a beautiful night.
It is great.
We've already had a couple of events prelude to the parade. Tonight we had the world's largest sing-along, 50,000 people singing Jingle Bells. You saw it earlier in our newscast.
That was fun. And also there was a Santa Scamper, which was a 1-mile run down College Avenue. I know there's some genuinely good runners in that, but it's so much fun to see the non-genuine runners who are also in costumes for that.
Over 800 people took part.
You bet.
We'll have the step off of the parade, the 17th annual, right after this. And we're back live downtown Appleton for the 17th annual Christmas parade. And before we see the first floats that come by, we want to mention that tonight's parade is being dedicated to a very special man, Mr. Bernie Perlman. Bernie died last year on December 13th. He was 72 years old. And the Appleton Downtown Retail Association, in his memory, wants to dedicate tonight's parade to Bernie Perlman. Susan, we have probably, as we mentioned a little while ago, about the best weather that I can ever remember for Downtown Appleton Christmas Parade, and I think that has really helped the crowd.
You can definitely tell in the crowd. This is probably one of the larger crowds I've seen in recent memory also, but of course it's much easier to put up with the cold when it isn't quite as cold, as they say. And of course, the police escort to lead things off comes cruising by, and the crowd starts to get a little excited.
One nice thing about the weather tonight is that a lot of people to come out a little earlier, took part of the sing-along, was able to watch the Santa Scamper. And as you mentioned, a lot of cute outfits in the Santa Scamper. There we have the County Honor Guard.
And we should mention that people will get to see 90 units in this year's parade and some 14 bands, and that really makes a parade, that Christmas music and holiday music.
County Honor Guard made up from members of the Outagamie County Sheriff's Department. There's Sheriff Tom Droopson, the Sheriff of Outagamie County. Well, Tom, good to see you. As usual, we got, even though the weather is balmy, if that's the right thing.
Yes, it is.
There's the City Honor Guard. Everybody's bundled up well prepared, as we've learned over the years here in Wisconsin, be prepared for the winter weather.
And you can hear the City Band from Appleton. They've been active for over 50 years as a community band. They perform weekly concerts during the summer at Pierce Park in Appleton, and they represent the city in parades throughout the years. Members of the band are from various careers besides musicians and educators, and the director is Ann Gurman. So let's see if they'll play a tune for us.
Well, they're keeping cadence right now, Susan. They performed in the Flag Day Parade this year, and that's one thing that our family always likes to attend. Yeah, they are going to play song Set My Yap. It's a large snowflake on the back of the float, and Frosty the Snowman in the center, made by the employees of the city of Appleton, and as usual, employees who have done good work. Hello, Frosty. From what George is saying, we can make one of them guys tomorrow.
Well, as long as it's tomorrow and not tonight.
That's true.
Tonight he might melt a bit. It's actually pretty warm out here.
2 to 5 inches of snow maybe on the way. That'll be nice for the Thanksgiving holiday. Driving.
And the deer hunters.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it. This is the Zwicker Knitting Mills. This year, in keeping with the world scene, the Zwicker float was planned to the theme of Christmas on the moon. Look at that one, Jerry.
Gemini. Or Apollo. I'm sorry, Apollo. What am I saying? No, it's Gemini.
This is great. Christmas is universal, I suppose,
Apollo.
whether you're on the moon or on Earth. Everybody has a good time with the holiday season. That's a pretty impressive float.
Very well done.
And you
Zwicker
bet they're
Knitting
warm
Mills.
in those outfits.
Friends from one of our competitors. There's John and Jay in the back. Hi, guys. Good to see you.
Nice to see it. Our friends over at WLUK Channel 11.
And
They're
here we
going
got
in
the
style.
Wonderland of Trees, Susan.
Oh, this is a great one.
They're going to have their big thing this weekend at the Paper Valley Hotel. If you get a chance, by all means, take this in. It's put on by the Junior Women's Club, Appleton Junior Women's Club, and all of the proceeds from this year's program will go to the Association for Retarded Citizens. All of the Christmas trees over at the Paper Valley, their costumes alone, those are neat, but they have real trees all decorated up at the Paper Valley. It's a good thing. You get good ideas about how to trim a tree if you're looking,
I wish I could come up with a costume like this at Halloween. I never remember these.
Nicely done.
They are nicely done. The crowd likes them, too, you can tell.
Good outfit, and every year the proceeds that they get from their Christmas tree program goes to a different charity. And this year, as we said, for the Association for Retarded Citizens of Allegheny County.
And there is no place like home. And that is from the Colony Oaks Care Center. In keeping with the theme of the parade coming home, the float is There's No Place Like Home. Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz is on the front of the float. And, of course, the rest of the crew is with them.
The Tin Man.
The staff from Colony Oaks Care Center is taking the part on the float, and the van from the center is pulling the float.
Here's the Applettes, Appleton Family YMCA. Baton twirlers are taught by Mary Beth Bialecki, former baton twirling state champ. Girls practice over at the Y every Thursday. And they range in age from 5 on up. Let's see if we can find a 5-year-old. There she is.
There she is.
She's a cutie. And smartly dressed. Got their tights on.
And the Appleton East Patriots marching band and drill team under the direction of Tom Jacobs. Now, this group is really impressive. They have distinguished themselves in national and international events. Let's take a listen to their music because they are great. Marching goes, Jerry. Over the last 4 years, the East Band has sent more events to the State Solo and Ensemble Festival than any other school in this conference. What a thrill that must have been.
Good unit, always well representing well, I should say, Appleton East High School. And here we have Fox Valley Youth Hockey. Come skate with us. This is what the skaters aboard this float are saying. Riding on the float, a 40-foot semi-trailer, hockey skaters representing the Fox Valley Youth Hockey Association. Kids on ice are not in hot water. I like that slogan. Well, they're skating out at the Tri-County Ice Arena. There you go, Christopher. My son's taking a little interest in hockey, and I'm not sure why, because I'm a semi-hockey fan. But aha, speaking of my son, Christopher, look up.
The Marine Bank at Appleton says we need a little Christmas, and that's the theme for the Marine Bank Appleton float. Snoopy is getting ready for the season by putting a few decorations on his doghouse and has a few friends.
Woodstock.
Woodstock is there to help him out. Looks good to me.
Good job. We saw them working on that this afternoon from TLC Gift Baskets. Displays, come on, Mouse. Displays holiday baskets of gifts.